We have to go from panic at MetLife to panic at the free throw. You already know. Look, hey, everybody, look, they know the record. Shout out to my man Darren. Then you said not seeing, it's a big difference. Trust me. They made the playoffs with Saquon. They're not going nowhere fast without him. But anyway,
He'll
Jimmy
be back. He'll be
Buckets.
back soon.
Jimmy Buckets, man. He made headways. We talked about the picture yesterday, but with media day, everyone's gonna ask questions. You got to do your interviews. You got to talk about what happened in the off season, what you got planned for this season, up and coming season. And Jimmy had a lot to say, not just with the hairstyle and the piercings. He had a lot to say. He came out and told people, he was like, "Look, man, I'm happy for Dame. He finally went somewhere where somebody wanted him." I kind of read in between the lines on that one. And then he said, "You know what? I'm gonna beat Dame, Giannis, and Adrian Griffin on my way to a title." I said, "Man, there you go again, talking like a true Heat. I knew I should have went first on the last one, but this your team, Dave. How you feel when emo Jimmy said that?"
First of all, let's talk about emo Jimmy. This seems to be like a theme for Jimmy now. Because it seems like no matter what the offseason is, he comes in and just takes a random picture with a random hairstyle, and he like bang. Now we gotta see this picture all year long, and Jimmy's a character, man. That's all I can say. It's nothing I can do to defend what he did. That's just Jimmy being Jimmy. That's all I can really say to answer that. But to what he said, I look at it this way. When we lost to the Celtics 2 years ago in the Eastern Conference Finals, he said it doesn't matter what happens, we're going to be in the same situation next year, and we're going to win. And what happened last year? We were in the same situation last year, Game 7 on the road in Boston, and we beat them by 20. So, who am I to go against Jimmy? Now, I'll say this realistically, it doesn't seem like that's even a possibility. We lost 2 players that was on the team last year, and Max Strus and Gabe Vincent, who were integral parts of this team on the last 2 seasons. So, yes, it doesn't seem very likely that will happen. But no one thought that we was going to get to where we were last year. Even myself. I didn't see us going to the finals because of everything that did not happen. We did go trade for Kevin Love, which was pretty good. I mean, it ended up helping us out, but it's not what you would want from your team. You want your team to compete like everyone else. You see players getting traded for, like, you see the Celtics just went and got Drew Holiday. The Bucks just got Dame, like I said. Even Portland got DeAndre Ayton. Now, I'm not saying DeAndre Ayton is a big difference maker, but he's better than what they had before. So you went and got DeAndre Ayton, and just look around. Just look around the league. You see other teams are doing whatever they can to get better. Phoenix went and got Bradley Beal. So now they got KD, Brad Beal, and D Book. Even the Wizards, you could talk about the Wizards going to go get Jordan Poole, and they re-signed Kyle Kuzma. So what did we do this year to really make a difference? Now, the best thing we did was we got healthier, because Tyler Hero is now back healthy again, who was also in those trade talks to be able to get Dame, but Portland didn't want him. So he's still here. And then we got the draft from the kid we drafted out of UCLA, Jaime Jaquez. And now I like what I saw in the summer league and some of his play. I like the way he plays, so I want to see how that translates into actual games that count. But I'm not going to go against my team. I'm not going to go against Jimmy. He's the leader. If he believes we can win a championship, we can win a championship. Now, it's a lot of hurdles we got to be able to get through to get to that point, of course, because we got to beat Philly. We got to beat Boston, and we got to beat the Bucks. At the end of the day, those are the 3 best teams in the East right now. Clearly, I don't even think that's a question. But we are not too. I'm not gonna say not too far, but we're there. We're there. Like I said, we were the 8th seed last year, and we went all the way to the finals. Beat the Bucks, who were the number 1 seed, and beat the Celtics, who were the number 2 seed, who clearly had better rosters last year, and we were able to put them out the playoffs. So we gotta have to do something to be able to make that happen again. If everything healthy and we make something happen, I can see it happen. At this point, I don't realistically see it, but I didn't really see it last year either.
Well, when I first heard this, I was like, I mean, is he lying? Because when you think about it, Jimmy record against the Bucks in his career is 20-12. And 12-8. 12-8 of those are like playoff games.
Mm-hmm.
And last year, I mean, people will say, well, Giannis' back was hurting, so that's kind of why they snuck out of that series. But Jimmy also kind of alluded to that in his press conference too. He said, next thing you know, we'll go up here and we'll win with the same roster, because I believe in everybody in that locker room. So I believe we're straight. We didn't get the trade, but it is what it is. And then we'll make the finals, and all of you will say, well, y'all got lucky, like you said last year. So when you think about it, the culture is there. The culture is set. Kevin Love's going to be back. And we don't know how Dame and Giannis are actually going to play on the court together. Like, everything always sounds good on paper, but we don't know what's going to happen without that chemistry being there. Same thing with the Celtics. We've seen them have these great teams before, and what's happened to them? Failure. They either make the finals or they find a way to beat themselves. They lost to the Heat because of that same reason. That team had chemistry. It was coaching blunders. If you go look at the Brooklyn Nets, that was another big three. It was more so what happened in the locker room that broke them up. What you say about the 76ers, right now, James Harden might not even be there. So they got a lot of stuff to deal with in their locker room as well. So technically, even though the East is top heavy as you know what, you still have a shot, because again, that Miami culture is, if you with us, you with us. And if you ain't with us, then go on over there, because we ready to hoop. But while these teams look good on paper, they still got some things they need to figure out. Meanwhile, you already know what you're going to get out of Jimmy, Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson. Y'all got rid of Kyle Lowry, so.
Nah, he's still there.
Oh, there you go. You know what you're going to get out of Kyle Lowry. You don't like him, but you know what you're going to get out of him, right? And look at this. The season start October 27th. Y'all got Detroit out the gate. Dust off game. But then y'all get to go see Boston. Then Minnesota. Then Milwaukee. So early in the season, you get to kind of see what you're going to have to go up against later on. Granted, it's still the time where teams is figuring themselves out. So you all might dust them or you might lose. But to me, when Jimmy said it, I was like, you're not lying, bro. If you did it before, you can do it again.
Hey, like I said before, 3 of the 4 years Jimmy's been there, we've been in the Eastern Conference Finals. And not 1 year have we had, only 1 year that we were actually the number 1 seed. Other than that, we were the number 5 seed in 2020. And then last year we were the 8th seed. No one expected us to make it to the finals either one of those years. And what happened? We went through the 2 teams we were supposed to go through, that everyone had to go through, and that was the Bucks and the Celtics, both times, and we got to the finals. So if Jimmy says we can do it, we can do it. It's just I got to see it.
Hey, that makes sense. And same thing, Pat Riley may not sleep because the season, it is a long, NBA season, so trades can happen. People do get frustrated.
Yeah, that's true. But a lot of teams don't really want to do deals with Pat Riley either. That's something that I noticed. Not too many people want to do deals with Pat Riley. He is he's called the Godfather for a reason. There's a lot of attitude that comes with Pat Riley. So, he may or may not be awake when someone actually wants to do a deal with him. So who knows? But we also can't give Pat Riley a lot of credit for a lot of stuff that has happened in Miami. Although he was the GM who drafted Dwayne Wade, and he was the reason why we were able to get Gary Payton, Antoine Walker, and Shaq when Wade won the first title in 2006. But other than that, everything else has been through players. LeBron and Bosh got there because of Dwayne Wade.
True.
Jimmy Butler came to Miami because of Dwayne Wade.
Yep.
So,
it sounds like we know who your GM need to be.
Yeah, but he's in Utah right now. So,
hey, if he can get Jimmy there, he can probably get Dwayne Wade there. That's all I'm saying.
We'll see.
Well, and like we said, man, we got to take a quick commercial break. We got to pay some bills right quick. So don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial.